was another warmer day today here across East Central Illinois. We saw high temperatures in the upper 80s and even the 90s in parts of the area. A high temperature of 86 degrees here in Charleston. The only place we reached 90 was Decatur, but we did reach a high temperature of 90 degrees, and that warm-up's only going to continue as we look forward. But first, as we move overnight tonight, we're going to see temperatures begin to drop down. A low temperature of 60 degrees overnight tonight under mostly clear skies, along with winds blowing out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. But as we move into tomorrow, those winds will begin to shift and affect our temperatures just a little bit. But looking at our skies overnight tonight, we're just going to be seeing mostly clear skies overnight. We're going to see a few clouds peeking through, but for the most part, mostly clear skies. And eventually for tomorrow, those mostly clear skies will continue. But like I said, those winds will begin to shift from blowing out of the east to blowing out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And those southerly winds will contribute to a warm-up that we'll be seeing as we look forward to the weekend and next work week. Southerly winds blowing warmer air up from the Gulf into our viewing area and warming our temperatures up into the 90s for tomorrow. A high temperature of 90 degrees for your Friday, but as we start the weekend, temperatures are going to stay warm. But looking at our sky for tomorrow, we're going to be seeing mostly clear skies once again as we move throughout the daytime. You're seeing a few more clouds moving in during the evening, but for the most part, mostly clear skies. And because of that, we're not seeing any rain. We're seeing dry conditions at the surface. We're seeing those dry conditions indicated here by this yellow color. The tan, you'll notice, is beginning to spread, which is that moderate drought that is here in East Central Illinois. And then a severe drought has been placed in Champaign and northern Piatt counties. Now that severe drought is causing some issues up there as we move forward. We're going to see temperatures begin to cool down as we start our weekend. A high temperature of 89 degrees on Saturday, but temperatures won't stay in the 80s because as we finish off this weekend, temperatures will be back up into the 90s with a high temperature of 93 degrees on Sunday under mostly clear skies. And as we start next work week, those temperatures are going to stay in the 90s with a high temperature of 92 degrees on Monday under clear sunny skies. Now, as we take a closer look at our Saturday, here in Charleston, we're seeing game day here for Eastern Illinois. We'll be playing Illinois State, and around kickoff at 2 p.m., we're going to be seeing our high temperature of 89 degrees under clear sunny skies. So it's going to be a hot kickoff, and it's going to stay hot as we move throughout the game with temperatures around 88 degrees in around halftime. So with those sunny skies and the warmer temperatures, it's going to be very hot out there. It's going to continue to be warm as we look at the next 6 to 10 days. We're going to be above average for those next 6 to 10 days, and that average for this time of year is typically in the 80s, and looking forward, we're going to be in the 90s for the majority of our 7-day. High temperature of 90 degrees tomorrow, dipping down into the 80s for Saturday, but warming right back up again as we finish off the weekend. A high temperature of 93 degrees on Sunday, eventually staying in the low 90s as we start next work week with a high temperature of 92 degrees on Monday. Eventually, a high down into the low 90s of 90 degrees on Tuesday. But as we make it to next work week, we're going to see even more temperatures in the low 90s. So it's going to be a